The conversation between Shikamaru and Konohamaru played out so differently in my mind. I mean, if I was Kishimoto, this is how I would have wrote it. Konohamaru, I'm gonna keep it a whole buck with you. Matsuri, yeah, she a bad one. She's on your Now I'm gonna need you to hit her with that Riz. A couple dates, dinner maybe. Now if she's the independent type, you know, the boss type or whatever, you know, you ain't gotta pay nothing. It's 2024, argue with a wall. Bring her to the crib, but before you hit her with that Rasengan, I'm gonna need you to do one thing.
Kill that.
That whole joint fire, right? That whole joint fire, right? Yeah. That was garbage. Garbage. Trash. Jokes aside, Shikamaru got real dark in that last chapter. Like, I know he's not no Uzumaki trying to break bread with the ops and whatnot, but damn, dude. The craziest part is that he didn't even hesitate to let us know that he is not our favorite orange Power Ranger.
It's morphin' time! Stegosaurus! Tyrannosaurus!
But before we get into it, I'm gonna need y'all to hit that like button, that subscribe button, and join the notification gang. Shikamaru is a good guy, of course, but even I was taken back by his move against the Shinju. We need to talk about it. Now, we don't with Shikamaru because he's strong, clearly. We're there because he has good brains. Come on, bro, like, you know what I mean. Look at it realistically. If these guys lose, he's the standing Hokage. He gotta fight next. It almost kind of reminds me when Lei Lush finally fought with Suzaku. Dude really thought that he could step to Suzaku. This guy was military trained. We didn't even see the fight. The scene literally just went to the next slide and was like, bro, pack you up. That was it. Naruto was the strongest at one point in time. He's the main character, or was. Even when he lost, that plot armor kicked in. Bro still kept on living. Shikamaru is doing exactly what I would expect Shikamaru to do, which is to exploit the weak point of his opponent. The Shinju aren't inherently evil, they're still developing a sense of morality. The time to basically catch them off guard would be right now. Especially because power-wise, they packing mad heat. But it's always entertaining when people in anime actually make a plan, because if everything in anime went according to plan, it would build no hype and no excitement, and it would just be boring. So we all know that this is clearly not going to work. So my thing is that Shikamaru ain't throwing no hands, but somebody definitely fighting. Danzo was good in a dark and twisted way, but he went to crazy extremes to protect the hidden leaf in his own twisted backward psychological way. His time as Hokage was basically short-lived. Thank you, Sasuke Uchiha. Considering how dangerous Jura is, especially because they just letting him roam free, it doesn't really matter how they take this dude out. A win is still a win. Now the Shinju are dangerously powerful. Enough to the point where Shikamaru be like, if Jura looks at you, you look away. If y'all on the same street, cross the street. If he wants a sandwich, you make daddy a sandwich. Now, I don't know about all that daddy part. Boruto is the only ninja to actually escape with his life intact. And bro was ready to stand on business, as opposed to these two. Y'all are trash. Ain't nothing but it. Y'all are genuinely hot garbage. As of right now, the Shinju are morally ambiguous to the point where they're operating on pure instinct. Jura's out here purchasing books with actual cash. Enough said. Now, I get it. Humans aren't perfect. We already have enough problems in the world, from Drake to thinking he can win with Kendrick, argue with a wall, to that guy Travis being dragged all over the nets, or the internet. My guess, and as much as I like the story, I always love to speculate a little more. My guess is that Juro will come to the conclusion that humans will need to be perfected by becoming Shinju. And he'll become their savior, ruling over them in his own dark and twisted fashion. Or he'll come to the conclusion that they're not worth saving, and the only way to actually save them from their sins is through some dark psychological twisted mass genocide as a way to liberate everybody into some sort of safe haven, which he will spearhead himself. Now, this is just speculation before I get anybody trying to come at me in the comments. And I could very much be wrong. But one thing I definitely know is that the Shinju will have a tipping point, to the point where they're no longer morally ambiguous. And although that they are the antagonists of the show, they're not necessarily evil. Like, I'm talking like Madara or Obito type evil. Like, Madara was out here just trying to destroy the world. Dude was a whole villain. Sukuna was just evil. Dude was out here just making people's lives a living hell just for the fun of it. And once they do become evil, I think the most curious part for me is when that point actually presents itself. What does that actually look like? So, yeah. Either way, let me know your thoughts below. Did you like the last chapter? Did you not like the last chapter? Do you think Shikamaru has actually become the new Danzo? Or do you think Shikamaru is just being Shikamaru at this point? I'm a little half-half on each end. He's basically playing the game how Shikamaru would. So that's just my thoughts. But either way, let me know your thoughts below. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll holler at y'all later, man. Peace.